Russell Wilson. You can't ask for much more than his last game, a 5-touchdown effort. It's the Broncos and the Chargers on Monday Night Prime Time.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight we finish off Week 6 with a good Monday nighter between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers. Hi everybody, Brandon Gordon alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Time for our first look at the Denver offense, and of course the new face of the Broncos, 9-time Pro Bowler while in Seattle, Russell Wilson.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. That's out to the flat for Gordon. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now it's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Forced out to his left. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger offense makes its way out for the first time in this ball game, and leading the way, already a star in just his 3rd season, it's Justin Herbert.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Herbert on 1st down now. Finding Williams once more, complete. Working with a 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. The Chargers at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Play action. It's Herbert. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Jahan Dotson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now a 7-0 game. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take
they sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they have
out.
that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here.
Jerry Jeudy took a step back from his rookie numbers in 2021 while battling an ankle injury throughout the season. But definitely hoping the arrival of Russell Wilson can help him reach his ceiling as a former 15th overall pick. Jeudy came through there with a chain-moving catch.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Wilson. He's got his 6'5 receiver. That's Tim Patrick. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Wilson. That's complete. It's Okurobunan. And he will have the Broncos first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And some room to run now. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
McManus's point after is good, and we are tied at 7. So we'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Herbert now. That is caught. It's Williams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Here's Herbert. And that is caught downfield by Beckham. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. Herbert's throw here complete to Dotson. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Herbert operating from the red zone. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown. Jahan Dotson with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Chargers have moved out in front. Hopkins with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was Jahan Dotson with a touchdown catch to finish things off. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, 1 play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, 1 play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Fields it right around the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. That's caught at the 25. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Broncos are going to take over here up near the 40. Now, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone. And that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 9 catches, 120 yards, and a touchdown.
And he was able to hold that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. These two teams all tied after 1. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Wilson. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Still a few inches short of the first down as they come up now on second down. To throw is Wilson. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. He'll get it inside the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact, and in his mind just screamed, out of my way, and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaimed center stage. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the Broncos are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we? No. Because ordinarily that happens, things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. Open man. He completes it to Judy. Touchdown! Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now up to 14. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do.
Herbert has it knocked free. The Broncos say they have it. They do. Herbert on the keeper. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number 1, maybe they're not having this deficit, and number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. They run it again with Williams. A little juke. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 134 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half. They try the left side here with Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Javonte Williams on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos take a 3-touchdown lead. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it. Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. McManus's point after is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Herbert off of play action. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Randy Gregory able to finally wrestle him down for what's just going to be a huge loss, and it takes us to 4th down as well. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak, on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Out quickly to Judy. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
They give it to Williams, running right. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looking to throw on second down. Wilson. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Wilson. To the sideline. He's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. To throw again on second down. Wilson. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now Herbert following the turnover. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Jahan Dotson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chargers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good? Going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get position for at least 3 points.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. Wilson. Albert Okwuegbunam, the intended target. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. To throw again is Wilson. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Wilson. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Third and 2, now Wilson. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he will have a Broncos first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's complete. It's Gordon. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Throwing again here, Wilson. A throw left side, hauled in by Hamler. Oh, and he's going to be brought down a few yards short of the goal line, and they're going to be up. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Broncos will extend their lead on the final play of the half. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They showed great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
So we've reached halftime. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. On 1st and 10, Herbert. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Herbert. Got his man, it's Williams. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 42. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. And that is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throw left side complete. That's Williams. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. They snap it to Herbert. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Brought down back at the 38-yard line. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here we go on 4th. Herbert going down the middle, and it's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Complete to Jalen Knighton. First and goal at the 5-yard line. To the air again, Herbert. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
On 2nd and goal, Herbert. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch, and the Chargers are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And in the end, it was Mike Williams who capped the drive with a touchdown reception. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
He'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now a carry for the forward, first-round pick of the Chargers. It's Melvin Gordon, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Here's Wilson to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. On 1st down, Justin Herbert. Going to be caught downfield by Dotson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now a stoppage, and we've got Chubb shaken up on the play. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Herbert. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Jahan Dotson, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers are back within a score. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was Jahan Dotson with a touchdown catch to finish things off. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Denver's offense now set to go. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Wilson's throw taken in here by Patrick. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. A good display of footwork. It gets him just inside the 5 to the 4. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. If they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jonathan Allen coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So give them 3 on that drive. Normally you'd say, we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
The Charger drive about to get going. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. Herbert on 1st down now. Over the middle, complete. That's Williams. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Again, Herbert. Coming across the field, he finds Dotson. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 21. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown. Jahan Dotson from 21 yards away. And the Chargers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Hopkins with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown touchdown. Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. Things sure were looking good for him at the half. Heck, off the air, you and I were just saying they might run away with this thing and cruise to a victory. Not anymore. Yeah, the cruise control has to be off at this point. Now you've got to mash the gas yourself. Again, who's going to step up and make a big play for you? Who's going to take care of business now that you're being pressed? It is definitely go time for them at this moment. All of a sudden clinging to a slim lead and hoping to hold on to that lead. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. A give to Williams, right. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The Broncos on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Wilson. Alberto. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. Now Herbert following the turnover. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. On 1st down, it's Herbert. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion. This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Eckler. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Herbert now. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception. For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Back to throw here, Herbert. Left side, Williams. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So on comes the kicker, Dustin Hopkins, in a big spot. Hopkins' kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Phillips. He's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson.
And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it. And it'll be 2nd down.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A couple of veterans, Wilson to Sutton there for the Bronco first.
Here's Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 33. The Charger drive about to get going. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the fourth quarter.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And now they're in the hurry-up.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Going right back to Dodson.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone.
And this will be caught in the end zone for the Chargers touchdown.
Jahan Dotson
from 17 yards out.
And the Chargers have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25.
So Russell Wilson in the offense. Down by 7. 2:01 remaining. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Once more, here's Eckler. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Wilson to throw. He's got Hamler, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Wilson.
They're able to get this to Patrick.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Throwing now is Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. On 1st down, Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the linebacker, Kyle Van Noy. And the Chargers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Herbert.
Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route.
Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Now Herbert. This is caught. Touchdown, Chargers.
Jahan Dotson.
A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chargers are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Denver's offense now set to go. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now you got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in by Sutton.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.